Hey YouTube, it's Army Delta 13 here, and this is my first video that I've ever made discussing anything that is going to have to do with the military. As I just said, this channel is going to be mainly about the military, whether it's Army or Marines, mainly the Army or the National Guard, but I do know some information on other branches, so if you have any questions, be sure to inbox me and ask me questions, and I'll be happy to answer them in one of my videos. Today though, I'm going to be talking about something called the ASVAB. The ASVAB stands for Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, and what that is that it does two things. It's a test. It determines, one, whether you are eligible to join the military, or two, it determines your MOS. And your MOS, it stands for Military Occupational Specialty. In other words, it's your job in the military. And to get a certain job in the Army, Marines, or wherever, you need to get a certain score. So today I'm going to discuss about my experience taking the ASVAB, and two, some tips for you guys, for those of you that are interested in taking the ASVAB or are thinking of joining the military. Keep in mind that the ASVAB is going to be one of the main things and one of the first things you need to do before enlisting in any branch. So here goes. First, my recruiter, he came to come pick me up at school since I came out early. Picked me up, and he took me to the MEPS station, which is the Military Entrance Processing Station here in LA, and pretty much what that is just like it's like I guess it's in the acronym processing stations, where they process you before enlistment. So I went to that. I went there to take the ASVAB, and I didn't take the ASVAB. I took the CAT ASVAB, which is the same thing except it's by computer. So I took it on the computer. And once I got there, we went to the door, and when I walk in, it looks like an airport. So you walk through the door, and on the right hand side you'll find your security guard, the desk, and then you'll find the metal detector. The security guard told me to get against the wall while my recruiter signed in that we were there. Had me take off my belt and walk to the metal detector. I was fine. I didn't have anything. Real quick, your recruiter might ask you wherever you're at. I don't know how it works I'm pretty sure it works the same way, but your recruiter is going to ask you if you have any weapons or guns or anything on you that you pretty much shouldn't have. Be honest, okay? If you have a knife, tell your recruiter you have a knife, and leave it in the car, or just don't bring it because you're not allowed with it in. And if you do bring it in, then that might cause disqualification for yourself. So be smart. So as we walked into we went walking in. We went to the branch liaison office, and my branch liaison office was the National Guard, so we were way at the end. Once we walked in, my recruiter gave me my tag. It said my name, the branch I was joining, U.S. Army, and my last 4 digits of my social security. So that's pretty much it. Had some paperwork done. Gave me a paper and gave me an envelope. This is the envelope right here. Gave me an envelope. And he had me go stand in line for fingerprinting and photo taking, because that puts me in the system. So we went, and in front of me there were a couple people. In back of me you had like an Air Force behind me, and 2 or 3 Marines that wanted to enlist. And in front of me you had pure Navy. So it was my turn to go up, and the lady that was at the counter, let me tell you right now that they're not nice. Okay, they're just not nice. They're gonna, if they see you do something wrong, they're gonna tell you. They might yell at you. So be respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Be very respectful. So she took my photo, scanned my fingers in the system, and I was in. She made me sign something on that paper, and she told me to go upstairs to take the ASVAB. I went upstairs, and I sat down in the room. Once I got there, I'm pretty sure. Well, in LA, for those of you that are in LA and want to take the ASVAB, you're going to find a black binder under your chair. You pull that black binder out and you start reading it, All it is some simple instructions on your phone. Do not pull out your phone. Do not, if you have a phone, give it to your branch liaison office or recruiter. Do not take it out, because that can cause a 30-day disqualification for yourself. So do not pull out your phone. And I tell you this why, because someone that was trying to enlist for the Air Force, he was reading the binder and he came across a phrase that said, "Turn off your cell phone," and he didn't keep reading. And he pulled out his phone, turned it off, and put it back in his pocket. He didn't do anything bad, but by pulling out his phone in the waiting area, he can get himself disqualified for 30 days straight. So, the lady that was there, like I said, started yelling at him, "Why did he pull out his phone?" and almost disqualified him. So don't be an idiot. No phones whatsoever. Do not pull them out. So after that, she had me go up to her desk, had another finger scan for me. My profile came up on her computer, and she did some other paperwork for me, and I went on my way to take this ASVAB. Went into the room and I sat down at the computer. The guy that was in charge of the computers, he put in a password, and I was in. Some simple instructions on how to use it. The keyboard had only marked A, B, C, D, E, Enter, which was the space bar, and Help, which was the escape key. So that's it. That's the only thing you can press. Everything else is blank, and then your mouse. There are 9 different sections on the ASVAB. It's general science, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph analysis, or word comprehension and paragraph, word knowledge and paragraph comprehension, electronics, mathematics, and some other ones. But point is, the four that really count for your job, for you to pass, that really you should focus on, is word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, arithmetic reasoning, and mathematics. Those are the 4 that you should focus on. So I took the test. I took 3 hours to finish it, and once I finished, I got up and I went to the guy that was in charge of the computer that had his desk. He had me do another finger scan. So my profile came up, and he pulled out this same envelope that I showed you earlier. Except this time, he put something in it. Obviously, they were my scores for the ASVAB. So he told me, "Good luck, do not lose your scores," and that's it. And I went downstairs to my branch liaison office again. My recruiter was already there. I was kind of nervous opening the envelope, so he opened it for me. And once he pulled it out of the envelope, I got even more nervous. So once he opened it up, he showed me my score, and he was shocked. I had passed the ASVAB with a 56. So I was happy and relieved that I had had nothing else to worry about aside from my processing. But I had passed the test, so I completed stage 1, I guess you can call it. So we looked up some MOSs, and he reserved an MOS for me. He reserved 13 Delta Field Artillery Tactical Data Specialist, something like that. And my ship date would be in May, but since I'm still in school in May, he's gonna try to change my basic training ship date to June, and I'd be going to Oklahoma Fort Sill. So for now, that's it. That was my experience of the ASVAB. Well, some simple tips you guys need to follow. If you guys have the ASVAB prep book or ASVAB for dummies, or whatever book there is, if you have it, study that, because it's really helpful. If you don't have it and want to buy it, you could buy them on Amazon for like $15. I saw a couple on there, or or look them up online as a PDF. Study that. What I did is I went on my iPhone, since I have an iPhone. I went on my iPhone, and I typed in ASVAB. That's all I did, type in ASVAB, and different apps came up, and there were a couple that needed to pay $10, $40, and they were really expensive, and I didn't have an iTunes gift card at the time, so I downloaded the free ones because I'm cheap like that. And so what I did was I just studied that. it didn't give me, it wasn't a full application. It gave me 15 questions. So what happened was that I studied that for a bit and got prepared myself. I also looked up a PDF file online, and it was called ASVAB for Dummies. Pretty helpful. It shows you all the sections of the ASVAB, and it shows you different example questions that they might give you, and it's a really good review, especially if you're in high school and everything's fresh. This test should be a breeze for you guys. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, make sure to inbox me, subscribe and like my video, share it with your friends if they're interested in joining the military. If you're interested in joining the military, like and subscribe. And if you need to know anything else, inbox me and I'll be happy to talk about it in my next video. And that's it. Bye guys.